Golf Central on YouTube is brought to you by the new Apex irons from Callaway.
Viktor, what was the biggest difference from yesterday to today?
Well, the putter for one, I started making everything, so that was definitely nice. Definitely hit some nice approach shots as well. I think I had 3 or 4 tap-ins for birdie. 3 of them were early on, so that was nice. Yeah, my misses are getting a little bit tighter, so that's nice, but it still doesn't quite feel where it's supposed to be, but it's still nice to see that, okay, when things are a little bit off, I can still go out here and shoot a really good score.
How far have you kind of come from where you felt like you were far off and not like those small little things that maybe were big things maybe a month or so ago?
Yeah, I mean, the most important thing, I feel like things are headed in the right direction. At least now I can hit some shots where, okay, that's the old stuff, you know, that looks like and feels like what he used to. So that's very positive. And then other shots I revert back to some old habits. So it's just kind of continuing to work on the things that I'm working on, and hopefully I'll see more of the good swings again.
You said before this week that this is a course you really like. What have you seen from it so far?
Yeah, I mean, it's no real surprises this week. You know, it's in really good shape. Still the same golf course, and I still like it. It's one of those places where yesterday I was off and didn't make any putts, and I'm struggling just to shoot an even par. But when you're starting to hit a decent amount of fairways, you can hit some greens, you make a few putts, you can shoot really low. So I think it's just a great golf course that separates the field really well.
Is there something about these playoffs that just gives you some extra confidence?
I don't think so, but maybe there is something to kind of having your back up against the wall and having to perform. I feel like it just kind of gives you a little bit of that sense of urgency to having to perform. So maybe I just squeeze a little bit more out of what I normally got.
Is this an easy course to go low on?
Is it an easy course to go low on? I don't think so. I think you got to be playing some really great golf to shoot a low score. You know, there's opportunity out there. You know, the greens aren't super firm, and you can attack when you're in the fairway, but there's a good amount of water on the course. The Bermuda rough can be tough to judge, and there's a good amount of trees as well. So there is trouble around. So you got to be really on top of your game to shoot low scores.
Last one for me. In a 112-degree heat index, why was Teddy walking all the way to behind the 9th green?
Yeah, honestly, as he was running up to the 9th green, I was thinking to myself, why is he doing that? I'm in the rough. Like, I'm just trying to make sure I get up there on the green. And he wanted to make sure the number was correct on the green. And it was. I mean, it was a good number.
He didn't trust the book, or?
He didn't trust the book, but by the time I thought about it, he was already up there literally on the green measuring the distance. He did that twice today, I think. Yeah, he did on 2. Yeah, he did on 2 and he did on 9. And I guess he got tired because he didn't do it the rest of the day.
You've had really good ball control, it seemed like, over the 2 days. What's the hardest shot you feel like you faced?
Today, I'd say one of the most difficult shots was probably a tee shot on 14, the par 3. The way the wind direction was when we were on that hole was down off the right. And so for a hole like that, it can be challenging because the green goes left to right. And with water short, you know, your miss is left. And then with the pin actually being tucked up against the bunker, it can be challenging because that bunker shot is so difficult. So there really wasn't much of a bailout. You either had to really take on the pin or try to play short of that bunker and 2-putt from long range.
Sam, what did you feel like was the catalyst to that hot start today?
I don't know. You know, hit a wedge in there close on 2, hit a good drive on 3, and hit a really good 5-iron close. Really just was giving myself good looks. Made one from off the green on 6. But other than that, I mean, just hit some good shots and was able to make some putts.
I know you said you've been hitting the ball well these first 2 days. Stats do show you hit it about 6 feet closer today. Does that kind of help with some of those, just kind of feeling like you're hitting your irons real crisp?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, this place, if you're in the fairway, you know, you can be pretty aggressive coming into the green. So, you know, I think I was able to give myself a lot of good looks. And when you get in the rough out here, it's just tricky to get the ball close, much less hit the green. So I think kind of off the tee kind of sets you up around this place.
Sam, did today feel a lot like the playoffs, just the atmosphere and what's in contention?
A little bit. I mean, I think with the temperatures being this hot, you're not getting a ton of fans out walking around. Most people are kind of sitting in the structures, which I would be doing too if I was them. Yeah, I think, amongst the players, there definitely is a different feel. Just knowing that how important this week and the next week is, especially, for the Tour Championship. So, yeah, I would say for sure.
Denny, how would you characterize that round today?
Really good. It's a really good round. I did everything pretty well. I putted well. I hit a lot of good iron shots. Bounced back nicely after a couple of the bogeys I had. Yeah, everything felt really solid today.
We talked a little yesterday, about the hip issue you kind of been dealing with. Can you guys first off, how that feel today, and what's the biggest hindrance in your swing? Do you believe that might cause?
It's just coming through on the downswing a little bit. Just hard to maybe get a little more rotation, push up through the ground than I would like, and it's been okay. The heat really helps it. It really loosens it up, but it's. I've had to spend a lot of time post-round, pre-round, getting it loose, getting it ready to go to, play a full round. But, it feels really good. I haven't been thinking about it too much, which is nice. Just kind of been focused on, sounds cliche, I've just been focused on each shot, really trying to put the same amount of importance and focus into each shot.
It's your labrum, mate. Could you just take us through exactly what the issue is? Is it torn completely? Or you got bone on bone? Or what's the situation?
Yeah, I don't want to divulge too much. It's bothering me, and I've been able to do enough the last few days to push through it. Like I said, the heat helps it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a challenge on the weekend.
Is it more a power issue, and does it make you rely on your awesome putting game even more?
No, my ball striking's been pretty good. I've driven it well, and I've hit my irons really well too. So. Now my putting's actually been struggling the last month or so, so it's felt nice. I've got back into some competition, some games on the putting green this week, and kind of got me back into a little bit more locked in on the greens. Not trying to be too perfect, but just picking my spots and hitting it. So it's felt nice on the greens. Ball striking's felt good too. Like I said, the heat helps whatever I have going on.
You rolled a few longer ones in today. Is it when you see kind of that first maybe long one go, and also bounce back with a couple, after some bogeys. How much does seeing one long one go in kind of help on maybe some other ones?
Yeah, it helps. I mean, I've missed a couple short ones too. I think these greens are really tricky in close. They're really subtle with the grain, hard to find the slope. I don't do aim point a ton, but I've tossed my feet in there a little bit to try and feel something just because they're really tricky and subtle. I hit two great shots on, going back to 16 yesterday, 5-footer for eagle that I totally misread, and then again, on number 3 today, demanding shot. I hit it in there 8 feet right underneath the hole and misread it again. So I've missed a couple ones I'd like to have back, but they probably all even out with some of the longer ones I make. I'm just trying to put the same amount of intention and focus on each putt, whether it's short or long. Trying to make it, but not trying to ram it 8 feet by. Just really trying to lock in, pick my spots, and hit as good as a putt as I can.
You can't rest at this time of year, obviously, for what's available and what's at stake. But is that the fix? Is it rest, or would you have to do something end of season, surgically, etc.?
I don't know yet. I'm not looking that far ahead. I'm kind of just focused on trying to get better each day this week, and that's all I'm really focused on.